I need somebody to hold me.
We are late in the calendar year. That's a good time to be south, and that's where we are. The weather just perfect right now here tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set!
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Saints, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Lance. It completes it right side of the lane. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah,
but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Check White.
Now Foreman. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The Buccaneers add 8 and 3 now. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run straight ahead here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. A First carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The big 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds his man Johnson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The Lance now to throw. He's got his man. It's White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Full connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1.
Okay, ready?
First down, here's White. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Working from the gun, Lance. It's caught by Mike Evans. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd.
Drill green. Black shot.
To throw, it's Lance. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. touchdown. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That's good for 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's got Smith here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Carr now on 1st down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Ferguson hasn't been his best game throwing football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Carr again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give up the middle. This is White. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the set.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ready. 10 cycles. Ready.
On the draw, it's White. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
White.
Here's Lance to throw it. On target to his man, Likely. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. White, he'll try the left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Terrace Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Full connects on the extra point. And it is now 21-14. Now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave, but now it's third down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Lance now on 1st down. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. The Lance going to throw. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Fulton, and the lead now up to 14. Not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try to get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Lance now on 1st down. And a catch right side by Evans. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, as time expires in the first half. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Fulton connects on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On first down, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. Kamara up the middle, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On play action, it's Carr. He'll buy some time right. That one complete downfield to Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now Carr maybe with a free play. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's first and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. He's at the 50, the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point up and good by Fulton. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Johnson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll look to throw again.
He completes it to Olave.
Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
From the gun, it's Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Airing this one out for Evans. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here we
The
go.
last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Lance looking to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 3. Here's Johnson with a reception. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll set up a throw. And Jones has it over the middle. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Foreman, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They make it protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Foreman. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2nd and 11. Out of the pistol. Here's Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamal Williams from 17 yards out. And the Saints take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Back to throw.
Connected with Johnson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Back to throw.
Downfield, and he's got Olave.
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go, set. Set.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Going right side is White. And they do get this across midfield of the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Matt Ariza in punt formation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.